late. Just was over at Twitch trying it out, seeing if I could get some momentum there, but apparently not, so we're here where we do have the momentum. So give me a second, because I need to check them. I just beat a team that... I didn't beat a team, it was more like a draw. So, I had no kills. These guys were like super sweaty. They were taking gens. I was trying to, defend them as best as I could. Unfortunately, they were too sweaty. Surprise, surprise. Imagine survivors being sweaty in this game. I've got to plug this into my headset though, because I just heard my headset go. I could have swore I just heard it. Yeah, it's flashing. All right, so I'm gonna have to leave this plugged in for a bit into my headset. Okay, so yeah, bunch of sweaties, and you know how I know how I've figured this out is when this one ability that or one perk that I use, it's called Oppression, right? I use this one, and I usually use it to find people that are working on other generators. So if I see a generator being taken, like it's being done, and I chase a survivor off of it, when I hit it, it will send difficult skill checks out to every other generator that's being worked on, right? Now, it's a difficult skill check too. It's not just a regular one. So it's much harder than normal to do. Most survivors in this game, minus the sweaties, they're going to screw it up, right? So, and as soon as they do, it's going to tell me that somebody's at that generator. Well, whatever generator they're at, it's going to tell me, hey, somebody's screwing with that generator over there and over there. It could be 3 generators that are being screwed up, but it's going to show me everywhere that's being screwed up. Okay? When you never see that go off, like the match that I just played, I never saw that go off, maybe once or twice at the most. Normally it's like a lot, right? Every time I hit it, it goes off. But it wasn't going off. It went off like twice the whole match, and there was a lot of times I hit the gens. So when I see that, I have to switch up my strategy, because now I know I'm going against sweaties, right? Who are probably on comms on top of that. So this is not a bunch of randos, playing with each other. This is an actual squad. And that's how you can tell is, well, it's just as simple as I just said. Like when you're hitting oppression and you're not getting any give from it. That's one of the best indications of you're going against sweaties. But probably the best way to describe it is, yeah, use oppression. If you're not getting any hits off of that, or it's very minimal, then yeah, there's a good chance. There's a really good chance. It sucks, because now you know you're going against the sweat squad, so you're like, okay. You gotta figure out, while you're playing, you gotta figure out, okay, so how am I gonna beat these guys? Right? I know at the end, if they get all the generators, I know I could probably get one of them and kill them. For sure. Because I have the banner on. But you have to figure out how you're going to do it. Now, there is one thing that I am really hoping Behavior sees this too. There's one thing, because I use the Knight, there's one thing I would like changed in his add-ons. And that's this one right here. This Knight, the Knight's contract, I don't think it's at the same level to compete as the banner, for example. I'm not saying we should have 2 different types of banners. I'm saying this contract needs to be a little bit more different than what it is. So what happens with the contract, when you're using the contract, after you send a guard after a wall or a pallet, or like if you want a guard to break a pallet, break a wall, hit a generator, Okay, whatever one of those three you decide to do, your guard will stay at that spot for 8 seconds. And if anybody comes near that area, or in his bubble, basically, a chase will start. The problem with this is, yeah, the problem with that is it doesn't work that great because people see the guard and they don't go near the area because they can see that big circle, right? If you get close enough, you can hear the guard's little noise, right? And then you can see the big radius, like you can see the guard's radius too. So all you have to do is just basically stand outside that radius and you're fine. I know because I've been on the receiving end of this contract. So yeah, as long as you stay, if you see the guard, as long as you stay back and wait, you're fine, right? So what I meant by that is, maybe when the guard goes to the location, maybe the guard becomes undetectable, meaning there's no circle, there's no radius, you know. The guard crouches down behind the object so the person can't see them to make like a sneak attack, right? And keep it at 8 seconds. Right? And if the people don't see it, then they're like, okay, cool, and they go near. I think that would be a good option for that ability, because it is an iridescence ability. So, I mean, there's the banner. They should kind of make it the way I just said, where, you know, the guard becomes undetectable once he hits the object, and that he hides himself behind the generator where people can't see him for 8 seconds, so that he can be more, it can be used better, and it's actually going to be viable, as opposed to the way it is now, where it's just kind of, unless you're playing against a squad that's like inexperienced against the knight, which there is some out there. There is a lot of people that know how to go against the knight though, so just because I'm using the knight doesn't mean I'm guaranteed to win a match. Right, and I don't think I am, and I don't think that way either. I know I can lose to any squad. The problem I have is some of his, like, first of all, I was playing on this map the other day. I think it was the alien one, I think it was. And my guard, I was chasing the survivor. I kept seeing the same survivor, so I was, you know, sending my guard after them, and I noticed something really strange. So every time I sent my survivor after this specific survivor, after I did that, my guard would get stuck, which I thought was kind of strange. The first time it happened, I thought, okay, you know, he just got stuck on the thing. The second time it happened, I was like, okay, what's going on? The third time it happened, I was like, alright, what the f is going on? Like, it's the same person. If I chased anybody else, it was fine. Right? If I chased anybody else, it was fine. But if I chased after a specific person, it was like, no. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Which puts that right at 11 o'clock. And I'm not saying till the PTB, because, well, that is till the PTB. And then we're finally going to know who the killer is. But I think the person who said it, the person who said it was the Tokyo Ghoul, I'm pretty sure he's going to be right. But I haven't set the stream up yet, so give me a second here. Because I was talking. I just went over to Twitch and did try to do a stream there, but I haven't been there in so long that the momentum is kind of gone for the moment. So to get it back, I would have to be on Twitch more. I'd have to start streaming on there a lot more to get it back. But you can easily get it back, that's for sure. It takes a bit to get it back. But yeah, I think that person's going to be right. Now I don't know what this killer's power is going to be. That's the only problem. I mean, I can only imagine what it could be. Hopefully it's useful though, and it's not, you know, something that's just going to further make the survivors, you know, it's going to help them out more. Or it's going to be useless against them. But there's a map. And the reason why this person thinks that the next killer is the Tokyo Ghoul is because of there's a map. There's two versions of a certain map. The Ormond Mount Ormond, whatever it is. There's two versions of that map though. There's the new one, which is basically it's a different section of that map. But that map belongs to a specific killer. And if you go over to, there's an area where there's an elevator on that map with dead bodies, you can hear people screaming. Now, that coincides with, you know, the Tokyo Ghoul, which is, it's obviously going to be his map. The only problem I don't like about it is it doesn't come out very often, right? Even if you force a specific map, you're not going to get on that map. Now, if they could increase that map's likelihood of coming out, that would be great. No, I think I got it. I think I did. I just gotta share this. Seriously? What a piece of shit. Wow. I can't believe they're allowing that shit to be posted. That needs to be taken down ASAP. That's horrific. I cannot believe the kind of stuff that they allow to go on X. Like, I didn't realize what I was watching. It just said that, you know, the girl got in an argument over a tattoo price. And it ends in the boyfriend shooting the person dead. Over a fucking tattoo price. That's this generation's answer to fighting. Just get a gun. It's okay. You can be a pussy. The gun will do it for you. Or you'll do it, but you'll be using a gun. That's your way of fighting. Wow. Those guys wouldn't survive 10 minutes in my generation. They would have been fucking owned. That guy would have went up to somebody and he would have started his shit, and the person that he was starting the shit with would have knocked him the fuck out. That's what would have happened. He would have been pulling no guns. He would have been knocked out. It's crazy. But the point is, they shouldn't be allowing that shit on X. I'm not saying censor it. Well, I mean, when it comes to getting people dying, they definitely shouldn't be on any of the social media platforms. It should be yanked immediately. Why are we watching this shit? And why are they posting this shit? Like, they're trying to get a message. Okay, so the guy got killed over a stupid tattoo price. But what was the point of showing that? What if I didn't want to see that shit? It's kind of hard to, you know, it's kind of hard to forget something you see like that. Alright. So, I don't like to do this, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use the contract and the banner. I don't normally run this way, but I want to try it. Because there might be some dummy that forgets. So here's the problem that that drives me nuts. This used to be 4 meters, increases the detection range of guards. Now they reduced it to 2 meters. I think they should put because and that wasn't the problem though. The range was not the problem. It was the fact that the guard could detect people through walls, right? So if somebody was on the other side of a wall and I sent a guard out just to patrol on the on the opposite side of the wall of them, it could detect them through the wall and go through the wall and you go after them, right? The guards would do that. So it wasn't a matter of the range on this. It was a matter of the fact that the guards could detect people through walls and chase. That was the problem. And that's all they really had to fix on this. They didn't have to take 2 meters off this. It was fine the way it was. I don't like the way I don't like the fact that they nerfed that to 2 meters from 4. It didn't need it. It really didn't. It also makes this one a little bit less useful as it used to be. Two flashlights, 2 toolboxes. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to make a quick fix on this. Okay, so I see a lot of people using that. Okay, so here's something that's really good if you want to use this. This is the tongs. So when a survivor escapes a guard hunt successfully, which a lot of them can do, they suffer from oblivious for 60 seconds, which is basically you're not 100% undetectable, but you are. The only thing that they can see of you is the red stain. So if they can't immediately see you, they can see the red stain coming near them. That's the only thing that it leaves. Everything else is quiet. So when I'm walking, if somebody's affected by oblivious, they can't hear me. They don't they don't hear me, and my terror radius is gone. The only thing that separates oblivious from undetectable is one thing, and that's the red stain. They're pretty much the same status effect, except for the one thing, the red stain, which is it's like a red light, right? You can see it. You can't see it through the walls, but you can see it. Like if a killer starts to come around a corner, you'll see it's like a red flashlight sort of on the ground. You'll see that light coming around the corner, so you'll see that somebody's coming if you're paying attention. But other than that, if you're doing a gen, for example, you probably won't see it coming. Even with the red stain, you probably won't even hear it, because you won't hear it. Now, the knight used to have more abilities like this that were different. Where, if a survivor escaped his hunt, other things would happen as well. There's a couple things you can do. You can do that one, or you can do this one. And when your guard's chasing somebody, you will be undetectable for the whole duration of that chase. So that's your chance to sneak up on somebody doing a gen and pull them off without them even knowing. Some people get right in the zone when they're doing these gens, and some people don't look behind themselves. So you can just easily... I did it the other day with Michael Myers. I snuck up on this... Well, I didn't really sneak up. I just walked up behind somebody and pulled them off again. Because I was, I was that evil within 3. So, super undetectable. Didn't even hear me coming. Um, there's other things like when a survivor is detected by a guard, they'll suffer from blindness. Blindness is useless, by the way. This used to be 60 seconds. They upped it to 75. You can have the one that I like the most is obviously I like Call to Arms, but the one that I like the most of the other ones is this one. When you hit somebody, when a guard hits somebody, they're inflicted with broken for 60 seconds, which means they cannot heal. They cannot heal for like a minute, which gives you a chance to hunt them down and take them down. It's almost like they did the thing in the basement. It's only good for 60 seconds though. So if they just hide, you know. Then of course you've got these two, right? You've got the jailer that can be, you got the Carnifex, the jailer, and there's also the assassin that can be, the cooldown could be much faster. Now, here's what happens. When you chase somebody with the assassin, if he hits a survivor, they're inflicted with deep wound. This guy right here, the Carnifex, if you summon him against a pallet, he instantly breaks the pallet with his sword. So if you're chasing somebody and you pull him out and they drop a pallet, he can instantly break that, which usually results in you just going right through the pallet because he's broken it that quick. Like there's none of this ding, 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 smash. It's literally as soon as you summon him, it's like boom, the pallet's broken instantly. There's a couple of I shouldn't say a couple, there's actually quite a few. Like look at these abilities. Look at how many of these I have too, like 676 for that one, 539 for that one, 684 for that one, 669 for that one. That means these are not used that much, right? I have 305 of those. This one's kind of useful as well. Once they made this right here, like once they made this more available, I started, like, you could find it more often. Because this used to be like it used to be super hard to acquire. Sometimes you could go 20 pages and not get a Call to Arms, right? So once they made it more readily available, meaning I could probably get it like every few pages, sometimes every page would have Call to Arms on it. I've gotten it up to 154. And then, but I wouldn't mind using the contract once, even though I know it's not going to matter. It's probably going to be just a waste of time. But I think they need to look at this. I think this is one of his things that they do need to look at because they need to make it more viable. Because when you throw a guard at, like I said, if you throw it at a pallet and it breaks the pallet, it will stay in that position for 8 seconds. It will stay there and wait. If it sees anybody and they go in the radius, it will chase, which is great. It's a good way to you would think it's a good way to trick people and get them to fall for it. But unfortunately, there's a couple of downsides to it, and one of them is, first of all, they can see the circle of your guard, which is stupid. I don't know why they can, but they can. And they can hear the noise that comes from it as well, right? So as soon as I hear that, I usually don't move. It's pretty easy, right? You know what they're using. But survivors can see it and hear it, right? They can hear your guard Your guard's not moving, but there's like a noise that it makes when your guard's moving around, even when they're not moving. It's hard to explain. It's got like a little sound effect to it. So when the guard's standing there, they can hear that sound effect, and it's loud. So basically, if somebody hears that, they just back off. Because they're like, okay, there's a guard standing there waiting. So I think they need to do something with this in the sense that maybe they need to take the circle away and the noise. And they need to make this more interesting. Like they could keep it the same way. Maybe they could make it more interesting though by like if for example if I send a guard to hit a generator, which I don't normally do unless it's on the verge of being taken and I can't get there right away. Maybe they could make it so that not only is the guard the guard becomes completely undetectable for 8 seconds, and the same thing happens if he sees a survivor. He chases them. But to make it even more better, to make it more useful, maybe the guard can hide behind the generator, crouch down, so that the survivor doesn't see him, and then he surprises them. I think that would make I think that would make this ability way more competitive versus all these other ones that you can use. Like these two, for example, are probably the most used abilities on the night. Because the banner does such a great job. It blocks vault locations. It blocks people from leaving at the end. It's basically like a little mini Blood Warden. As soon as you start a chase with somebody, it's basically like a mini Blood Warden. They can't leave. Even if the door is open, they go to run away, it blocks it. And here's the other part that's great about it too. It blocks it, and then once the guard hits them, they still can't leave for 5 seconds. So it continues blocking after the guard's gone for 5 seconds. So if you're in close proximity of that person and you send a guard in there, and if they're healthy, what you do is you send a guard in there and you immediately tap to your next guard to get them ready. As soon as that guard hits that survivor, you immediately summon a second one right to it. It will start another chase. And it will be another 5 seconds before they can leave. So the chances of you getting somebody at the end is very good. The way the night used to work, yeah. If you weren't right near the exit gate, you weren't going to get anybody. Even if you hit them, you weren't going to get them. If they were healthy, you weren't going to get them. They would escape. But once they introduced individual cooldowns for your guards, and you can summon each one separately, you could only have one at a time though. Like at once, when you summon, you can only have one summoned at a time. But once they gave you the ability to go through your cycle and have different cooldowns, that made the banner became that much more dangerous, because now, like I said, if somebody's healthy and you send a guard in there and you put it on the next guard but you don't use it yet, you wait till the guard hits. Once you see the survivor get injured by that guard, you immediately summon a second guard. You couldn't do that before, right? So the person would escape. If you weren't near the exit gate, you were screwed. But now, you can completely stop them from leaving. And if you don't get them, somebody else gets stuck in the thing, right? Okay. So I'd love to use the contract, but I just think it would be a waste of time if I did. But I mean, I could try it. I mean, I do have 79 of them. But you're going to see how useless it is. You're going to see exactly how useless it is. It's just not viable. Not like it used, it was never viable. Until people, and I guess when it first came out it might have been, but as it stands at the moment, I don't find it to be, but we're going to try it. Maybe I'll run into a group that doesn't suspect me using that. Once they know you're using it, though, they'll just do that. right? As soon as they see you hit a generator, they're gonna be like, do I go near that or do I stay away from it? Hold on a second. I gotta check the door. Okay. I just have to pick up this thing here I dropped. There we go. See who's on. Nobody's on. Wow. Okay. I put that on, right? Yeah. So we're gonna try the contract out. It's I kind of know how it's gonna play out, but just for comical purse, just for something to do, we're gonna try it out anyways, even though we know what's gonna happen. 42 minutes, okay. We already know how this is gonna play out when it comes to the contract. It's not gonna be great. I mean, it could be great if they made it that way. Hey, what's up, Janix? Let's see here. Yeah, we're not going against fucking four med kits. The one person I think, was in the transition of fucking turning into a fourth one. Um, yeah. You ready for this one?
I still think we should put tariffs on the survivors that send nasty PlayStation messages after they get beat. It would definitely be a wonderful thing, I think. Or maybe we just fire them.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That would be a patch. Oh, maybe not. Wait, why did it do that? Something about content updating. Okay, that's interesting. Usually it's a patch. Not unless they just sent a message. No, that was interesting. No. What? I'm confused. I'm confused as to what just happened. I'm not sure what exactly updated. Because usually when it does that, it means that there's going to be a patch. Or there should have been one. I don't think there's going to be a patch because the PTB is today, so there's not going to be a patch that I know of. You still here? You still here, Tanix? Well, no. Usually it does. Like when it says the content needs to be updated or whatever, or the content's updating, it usually means a patch. Normally it would, it wouldn't let me play, and it would say, you know, you got to get a patch first. But it didn't. So like that's why I was like, I'm confused as to what just happened because that's normally what happens when it says content needs to be refreshed. Anyways, you know who this is.
Behavior needs to step up and deal with these fucking losers who do these kinds of things. I mean, why are we letting them get away with this shit, honestly? I think we should just take their PlayStation away and see how long it takes for them to cry about that.
What'd you think of that? Oh, I got more. Hold on. He's not done yet. Get ready. I gotta do this. There we go. Okay, here you go, Tanix. Here's one for you. I made him say something different. Way different.
Dead by Daylight is a wonderful game, it really is. However, we've got so many toxic survivors ruining it for the killers, and it needs to stop.
Oh, that's hilarious reading that. Never mind. I'll tell you after. Okay, anyways, yeah, so so they're threatening us with 50% tariffs on steel and aluminum. I don't think anybody gets this. We are not the ones that are going to pay for that, by the way. The person who's implementing the tariffs is going to pay for that. So they want they take our steel and our aluminum, they're going to be paying 50% soon. They, not us. This is what makes me laugh. Just like the 250% dairy tariff that's being put on us. Good luck on that one, because you guys are the ones that are importing our dairy, so you're the ones that's going to be paying that 250% tariff. So those egg prices that are like 16 bucks for 12, they're going to be 250% more. That's not us, that's him. That's him doing it. He's hurting his own country. It's too blind to see that. It will hurt us a little bit, but it won't be nearly as bad for us as it is for you. I'm not on any. I'm not hating on anybody that's from the States. I have lots of American friends. That's not the That's not the person I have the problem with. It's the one running the country into the ground. It's unfortunate too. Our country's had really good relationships, and I think it's been damaged beyond repair. Let's see how many sweaties we get this time. Toolbox. Flashlight. Nothing. Toolbox. Interesting. Well, normally I don't do this, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna implement what I like to call Franklin's demise. And the reason why we're gonna implement this is because they want to use toolboxes. 1, 2, 3. So there's gonna be no toolboxes in a minute. Because when I hit them with my weapon, they're gonna drop their toolbox. Just like he's going to drop his flashlight, or she's going to drop her flashlight. I'm going to take all their toolboxes away. That's what Franklin's demise does, is it makes them drop their items. And as their items drop, they deplete over time until they go to 0. After 90 seconds, they have no more charges on their toolboxes. It's completely dead. Now, if they have that ability that allows them to go in the locker and recharge it, oh, you want to go on the Halloween map? Okay. Okay. That's not a good map for them. I mean, it probably is. It's probably their favorite map. It's probably their map that they're good at. But I'm pretty decent on this map too, especially with the night. This is a wide open map, which means my guards are going to have a field day. Literally. My favorite is when survivors are out on the balconies, when they're up top and they're on the balconies and they see my guard and they see me and they teabag and they don't realize that my guard can see them. When I summon the guard can see them up there, and the guard will chase immediately and jump from the ground all the way up to the second floor and stabs them in the face. Yeah, it's great. So I'm just telling you, if you're not familiar with the knight, it's not a good idea to stand outside where the guard can, or where the knight can see you, because his guards will go after you. It doesn't matter if you're up high. They can jump from the ground up. Like, they literally have that kind of, look at this. Oh, somebody's using no meter. Look at that. And you dropped your item. I'm gonna quickly go get him. He's got no meter on, plus he has boil over. What a sweaty bitch. Let's go. He can't heal himself, so I'm not really worried. These guys are dumb and they're probably gonna watch this. You didn't miss much. I'm gonna go check these things here. No, you didn't miss much. Didn't heal herself. People always wonder why I do that before I pick up a person. There's a reason why I pick a person up and then... Sorry, I summon a guard, then I pick the person up. There's a reason why. Because if I don't, somebody could come in and break a hook. I gotta stay by this generator for a second. I need to let this regress for a second. I don't think it gets the same treatment as my other. Like when I hit it, it applies the 125%. Oh, see, it's not lit up yellow. So it's not getting my abilities. over here. I guarantee you somebody's back at this gen. Back over here. Yeah, see, he's down here in the basement because he knows that I can't get him up to a hook. Shit, fuck off. Okay, you're gonna fucking bleed out here, you little cunt. We're gonna stay here and let you bleed out. Oh wait, no, you won't bleed out because you got no meter. That's okay. We'll do this then, since he's better. Let me do the sweaty thing here. Oh, I know he's using no meter. I know this because I can see the thing above his name. And what that does is it gives him the ability to keep getting up and down, up and down, up and down. He's gonna crawl to the exit gate. He knows that if he does. Oh yeah, I know what he's up to. He knows when to get up. Where'd he go? Oh shit. Shit. He's gone that way, okay. Fuckface got away. But you're not. Aw, you fucking faggots. That was my bad. I fucked that up royally. At the same time, though, the person that was getting him off the hook was getting fucking hit, so I don't know how the fuck they avoided that when my fucking sword went right through the cunt. Let me see that. I'm telling you right now, I fucking stabbed that bitch, and I don't know how she got away. That's okay, they're on a different... Look at these fucking sweaty fucks. Prestige 100. Get the fuck out of here. Lucky ass bitches. I'm rewinding it for a second because I know I hit that bitch and I don't know why it didn't acknowledge it. That right? No, right. Yeah, hold on, right here. Yeah, what the fuck? I did hit her. I just watched it. I just rewound it and watched it. I did hit her. It didn't even acknowledge. I knew I fucking hit her. Cuz I saw the blood. Not the one on the hook, the actual one that was taking her off the hook. I know I hit her. And I just rewound the fucking stream and I saw me slicing right through her and it didn't even acknowledge it. It didn't even acknowledge that I sliced her. Cocksuckers. Fucking hate people in this game, dude. They really need to stop fucking with the killers. They need to start fucking cracking down on these survivors. And they're fucking whining. Like, they want all these fucking implementations of shit. Like, we need an anti-tunnel, we need an anti-slugging. Like, is there anything else that we can do that you want nerfed? So that you can win every game? Actually, we're going back to Call to Arms. So that's what I mean. So, you saw how useless that is, yeah, right? You saw how useless this is? They need to do something. I've got so many of them. I've got 79 of them. I don't use them for that purpose. I just wanted to prove my point on the contract. Right? It's stupid. It's useless. Survivors can hear it. They can see it. I'm not talking about them seeing your guard. I'm talking about the fact that they can see the radius of your guard while it's standing there. And it makes noise. It's the same... Okay, so it's the same thing... Because the... where is it? This is called the flag that comes out is called the standard. So the flag that gets put in the ground is called the standard. And while your guard is out, when you're using the contract, it stays in place for 8 seconds after it hits whatever it's doing. So anybody that's in that vicinity, they don't need to be near the flag to hear this. They can hear it in general because they're near that circle. So they can hear this noise and they know that it's a guard. They just don't know if the guard's moving or not. So it really makes this ability kind of fucking useless. That's why nobody uses it, because it's garbage. Now the flag is great. It works great. But the contract's garbage. They need to redo that or something, or make it better, or do something. You want to throw this in the mix. You want to make something interesting. You want to make something real interesting, right? You want to make something interesting. Get the contract so that maybe it spawns 2 guards. It allows you to spawn 2 different guards while you're using the contract, right? Could you imagine if I put out the jailer and the assassin at the same time, 2 different directions? Okay, so you can do that. You can do that. One thing that really pissed me off, I think I said this already though, was this one right here. The map of Realm. This used to be 4 meters, right? And survivors didn't like it because the guard could detect them through walls, which is fine. They fixed that. That's fine. They fixed it. However, they really didn't need to nerf this ability because that once they fixed the problem of the guard detecting people through walls and shit, that's all they needed to do. There was no reason why they needed to take 2 meters away from this ability. So now look what happens. So now that they've nerfed it, look at how many of them I have. I have 539 of them. Seriously. You gotta, if you want people to use these up, I'm just gonna keep accumulating all these ones. They're fucking shit. I mean, you got to give me some incentive to use these abilities up, right? I've got so many of these. It's ridiculous. But I don't use them because, and you can see the ones I don't use because you can see all the ones, like, look at them all. This one, dog shit. I wish they'd fixed it, but they probably won't fix it for, who knows, maybe they never will. But, like, to me, like I said, it's useless. Like, the only way this is gonna work on somebody is if they're a noob. Like, if you go against and good luck on that. But they're gonna have to be, like, you're gonna have to be going against a bunch of nooblets for this to work, right? Because this is not gonna work on anybody else. Normal people, this isn't gonna work on them because they're gonna see it a mile away. They can hear it, for fuck's sakes. Never mind seeing it. So I think the way to fix this, in my opinion, is to make that guard undetectable, and the sound that comes from the flag needs to be completely quiet, because it kind of gives off this really loud sound, and as long as you're near that circle, you can hear it gives off this noise, right? And that's what alerts survivors into saying, okay, there's a guard near me. Is he moving or not? I can't see the circle yet. And then once they walk outside and see the circle still, they know you're using the contract. So once they know you're using the contract, good luck. You might as well just say that's a dead ability now, right? Once they know you're using it, that's it. Call to arms. It doesn't really matter if they know you're using that one because they can't stop it. The banner, they can't stop it. Right? I can block things. It's not going to do them any good to try to jump through windows if I've already sent a guard through it because it's going to be blocked. My favorite with this, though, is when you get into the killer shack and the person has dropped the pallet and they're trying to loop you through the killer shack, and you run your guard through the pallet, through the window, and back through the opening, and you go inside the building and chase them inside, and they can't go anywhere because guess what? You just blocked both their ways out. There's only one way out, and you're in that way. Yeah. Usually when you do that to a survivor, they'll just stand there and take it like a champ because they know they're not going anywhere. Do I feel sorry for them? And I've had people drop their items in front of me, hoping that I won't take them down, and I don't show any mercy. I just fucking strike them down. I'm like, no, I'm not showing you mercy. Why should I? My objective is to kill. That's what I'm doing. What time is it? Oh, we got 8 minutes, right? Until the... Yeah, this resets in 7 minutes. Not quite 8. I don't know what it's going to be. But let me just minimize this for a second because I got to check the other. Where is it? Where are you? There it is. I just got to download the update on Steam because the PTB is going to be, you're probably going to be loading it. They're not letting, I don't think they're letting anybody load it early, so I can look because you never know, maybe they might. Back. We need to do this. No, it's not out. The thing is not out yet. I know. So I'm gonna have to wait the 6 minutes to start the download. So the new update is going to be some changes they're making, but it's also going to be the new killer as well. So in 6 minutes, we're gonna find out who the killer is. I'm sure it's already. I'm pretty sure it's Tokyo Ghoul, but for shits and giggles, we're gonna look anyways. I figure while I have the stream up, I might as well start talking about it. Yeah, this is hilarious though. So the first phase is from April to June. Okay. And it's going to be focusing on anti-slugging, surrender option, gamma settings, go next prevention, hiding and body blocking prevention, spawn rules. Okay, so let me talk about the hiding and body blocking prevention. Now, the first thing you think of when you hear that is, oh, are they going to actually put it in so that people can't body block you from hitting somebody you're chasing? That's not it. No. It's for the survivors. It's so if you body block them, they're implementing a thing so that they can walk through you, basically. Yeah, no, I know you were getting excited thinking, oh, wait a minute. Are they? No, it's not for us. It's for them. All these things are for them. All these quality of life changes that they're doing is for them. Spawn rules and map offering balancing, improved AFK bots, bulk blood point spending. So basically, if you're not familiar with bulk blood point spending, it's this right here, which you get once you acquire Prestige 1 on a character. It's this guy right here, automatic purchase. And then when you press it, it just automatically goes in where it just randomly picks what it's going to buy. Right? I don't get any control over it. So they're going to, basically, I think that's what they're doing, is they're implementing this always, so that you don't have to sit there and, you know, go through each one. I mean, I do get it, because it's kind of slow sometimes. And then, that was the gameplay, and then the quality of life is like the bulk thing I just said. Some new quest system, more perk presets, preview your perks in lobby. All that shit's going to be in this patch. And then in July, they're going to do anti-slugging continued improvements, anti-tunneling, anti-camping. Are we listening to this? Listen to all these fucking things. These are things that survivors whine about. Okay? Listen. Anti-slugging, anti-tunneling, anti-camping, MMR update, map and key item balancing. Like, what the fuck, guys? Yeah, so seriously though, anti-slugging, anti-tunneling, anti-camping, is there any more anti-things that these survivors need to fucking make sure they win the game? I'm just a question I have. Okay? Just a question I have, because it's crazy. These are all things that survivors whine about. So, I'm curious about the anti-tunneling thing, because How's the game going to know that somebody's getting tunneled? How do they know that the survivor didn't initiate this problem, right? Because if this is what they're planning to do, what happens if a survivor decides to get off the hook and come find you again? The game's going to think you're tunneling them, right? If you chase them, right? So they're going to take advantage of that system. So the only thing we forgot to put in there was anti-looping. Can we get an anti-looping thing? If they're going to get all those things that I just mentioned, where's our anti-looping thing? You know those god loops that they have in these maps, where it's basically you're never going to get them. Good luck. Oh yeah. It makes people look amazing too once they figure out the loop and how killers can never get them. It makes them look really good, but what if they shut that down? How good would they really be? You know what I mean? How good would they really be if you were able to shut it down? Now I could with the knight, because I can throw my guards through the windows, right? So they can't jump through these loops like they do. I can shut those loops down with the knight. But if I was using other killers, sometimes you get to these loops and it's really annoying and frustrating and you can't get them. Right? So that's forcing you to kind of have to play with what you have, what you know that works against that. But yeah, I know all these changes are definitely survivors. It's all about survivors whining. I'm sorry, but it's true. The truth hurts. Okay, let me just refresh this. Okay. What was that? So that's the other thing too. They've changed the self-mending time to 10 seconds. It was 12. Which I think is really annoying. Um, I don't know. All these updates, like when I'm looking at this stuff, it's mind-boggling how they're totally. It's really one-sided. If you look at the updates, it's all about helping them out. You know that, right? These updates are going to kill this game if they continue it. If they don't fucking start doing both sides and balancing it out properly, they're going to kill this game. Um, Quick and quiet has been updated. It's now 12, 25, 20, 15 seconds. It was 30, 25, 20. Um, oh yeah. Oh my god. Knockout. Here's one. This is a killer perk. When a survivor drops a pallet, if they move 6 meters away from it within 6 seconds, they gain 5% hinder for 3, 4, 5 seconds. 3, 4, or 5 seconds. Knockout is a perk that's associated with slugging, leading to some particular unfun game styles. Uh-huh. And let's see here. Deathbound. They've decreased the range on another killer perk. Alright. So that's great. That's awesome. So for the most part, they've nerfed a bunch of shit. Alright. close this and reopen it. Come on. Alright, now I'm going to reopen it. Oh, this should be interesting. This should be interesting. Oh, and I got a Steam update as well. Yeah, this should be interesting. So, looking at what I just looked at, it's all about them. Now, I know the survivor is going to turn around and say, well, they did this, this, and this for the night, and they did this. That's a miracle, and that's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, right? Then they updated Freddy. They sort of made him better, but he still kind of sucks. He's still not the greatest. Then they did some stuff with Myers, like far away stalking now works properly. They nerfed Ghostface. He used to have a 20%. So when you were stalking somebody with Ghostface, it used to be 20% faster or 25% faster. I can't remember what it was, but it was faster. Anyway, I think it was 20%. Anyways, they nerfed that down to 10. There we go. Okay, we're getting, we're downloading it now. Downloading it now. It's already 26% done. Where's my phone? Oh my god. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, is that the same one? I think it is. Oh yeah. Let me just, yeah, let's go. Alright. Where are we? See, I made this silly mistake when I got this laptop. When I got this new laptop that I got. I wasn't paying attention to the ether ports on it when I bought it. It was a good deal. Well, it wasn't cheap, but it was a good deal for what I had. But I didn't realize that this computer didn't have any Ethernet ports, which is not normal. This laptop is not normal for what I normally got. I didn't realize it until, actually I didn't realize it until about a month later. It wasn't really, yeah. And when I realized it, I was like, oh fuck, how did I miss that? +7 outside, oh my god. Come on. This is so slow at loading up. Come on. Yeah. Get out of here. Why is this being so fucking slow? Let me just restart my device. Not this. I gotta restart my phone. I'm trying to get into something right now, and it's just... It should never be taking this long. Okay, so... Yeah. There's a bunch of changes. I'm just waiting for this this download to keep going right now. I bet you it's the Tokyo Ghoul. I guarantee you these guys have already... Oops. I guarantee you these Twitch people have already gotten into the thing and seen what the new killer is. Guaranteed. Everybody probably already knows who it is. Because I can't download this ahead of time, but there's no thing saying that, you know, the bigger streamers cannot have access earlier than us, and they usually do. Let's see. It's really slow right now. Why is that not going up? There it is. Oh, this slob has it first. Okay. Yeah, it's the Tokyo Ghoul. Everybody knew that. We already knew that, though. The guy that keeps leaking this information he's usually dead on what he says. So, I can't remember what he said the next killer was after that. Yeah, I think the biggest giveaway on that was where it's located, where their conference thing is located. It's in Japan. Pretty obvious dead giveaway. Plus, he's been right on pretty much everything. I know how I can speed this up a little bit. I just thought of that. I can just switch places with these things. Because I'm not plugged into it, so it's not really going to matter that much. Just move it from there to there, and it will speed up the process. Whoa, holy crap, did that ever speed up? I just saw like a 15% jump in download speed. Like the percentage, sorry. It went from 32 to 47 in like 2 seconds. Now it's at 70%. Holy crap. Making that change really sped things up. Basically, I just moved my pod locations. Because my internet, my fiber internet has this secondary ability where I can put pods throughout the house that are the big ones. Then they each cover like a huge radius. And when they're closer together, they're stronger, obviously. And the area that I'm in, there's already one here, so I just put one right out in the other room, just out from me. So that means these two are going to work together and make it super fast. And they did. Very quick. Wi-Fi is starting to get better. I'm actually plugged in for my PlayStation. I'm actually plugged in. So the Tokyo Ghoul is the new killer. We already know this for sure. 100%. No doubt about it, because I just opened Twitch and somebody's already using them. So we know it's the Tokyo Ghoul. I don't want to spoil it for my sakes. I want to see it myself. I want to see what his power is. And the cool thing about this is when I play this on my PC, I could take my PlayStation controller, plug in my USB-C to my PC, and I can use my controller instead of using my mouse and keyboard. Or I can use mouse and keyboard. I'm not used to using mouse and keyboard with that particular game, and I haven't done it when I used to be a PC gamer, but I haven't done it in so many years. I think just plugging the controller in is way easier, just to try something out. I just have to get it. It's loading now. Let me see what that's at, actually. I should check that real quick. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean? Pod 3 and 4 is offline. What? Let me just check this. Oh, it's ready. Oh. Hello. Alright, here we go. We're going to check this out real quick. We're going to check it out real quick. I wish I could flip the screen to that one. I'd have to start the stream all over again. I just want to check it out. If it's decent, I will do that, actually. Something tells me these changes they've made are going to be very drastic and bad for the killer. For us, like us playing as killer in general. I think it's going to be bad. Alright, here we go. I'm checking it out. We're going to check out the Tokyo Geek. I kind of wish my PC was better in the sense that it was not so laggy, but I have a USB slot. I'm just looking to see if I have a USB slot because I'm going to download Windows 10. I think I'm going to download Windows 10 and reinstall that shit because I think that these changes they keep making to Windows 11 is pissing me off because every other week it's when they change it, something happens and my shit slows down. Here we go. Okay. I'm just looking at this shit. Okay. Actually, we're gonna do this. Just checking this out real quick. I'm looking for his perks too. Oh, what's this? There's one. When you hook a survivor for the first time, gain 1 token up to 4. When all generators are completed for each token, All windows and upright pallets are blocked for everyone for 16 seconds. That's kind of lame. Nothing but misery. After damaging survivors 8 times with basic attacks, a dull totem becomes a hex totem, cursing all survivors. When you damage a survivor with a basic attack, they gain... How much percentage is that? 5% hindered for 15 seconds. It's kind of lame too. Forever entwined. When a survivor takes damage, gain 1 token up to 8. For each token you pick up, drop, and hook survivors 4% faster. Damn. Again, why? Just trying this out here. What the hell is that? A bucket of fingers or a chicken? Don't worry, I'm going to show you this. I just want to see it real quick to see if it's actually useful, to say the least. It sounds like a pain in the ass, to be honest. This killer is kind of different. Sorry, I'm pressing the button here. Wait, what? Well, this killer is gonna suck, I think. It's because it's interfering with my thing here. Here, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can stream this as